Hello and welcome back to London Centuries. 5:30 in the morning. Off on a slightly different video today. I'm going to go and visit the D-Day landing beaches in Normandy. So I'm starting off by heading down to get a ferry and go to France. It's a lovely warm night in September. And I'm taking a slightly weird route to France because I'm going via Guernsey for a little bit of holiday with my mum. So I'm going to take the ferry from Poole to Guernsey and then from Guernsey to Saint-Malo and have a look at Mont Saint-Michel while I'm in that part of the world. So from London it's down to Poole, currently not too far from Andover and Winchester, Hampshire. Chill Bolton. There's a touch of autumn in the air this morning, a little bit of mist as I was leaving town. My hands got really cold. Oh, that's nice. So warm now. Pub on the river called the Mayfly. In the New Forest now. Made it to Poole. So goodbye Britain, hello France, hello to Saint-Malo. Oh, I've got to turn left here. No, it's up here. Hang on. So I'm on my way to Mont Saint-Michel at the moment, out of Saint-Malo. It's a couple of hours on the bike, something like that. There it is, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's at the end of a long causeway. And I'm not actually going to go in. Just want to admire the view from. Whoa! Wow! That's quite something. Well, there you go. Can't say I don't bring some good views on this channel. Pretty special spot, you've got to admit. So that's Le Mont Saint-Michel, which is on the line between Normandy and Brittany. So from here on, I guess I'm in Normandy. I feel really lucky to be here. But that's kind of the point of this video. I'm trying to do a slightly different one this time, because I've got a bit of an agenda, I reckon. Because I love this cycling lark, obviously, you know, and if you're watching a channel then you probably do too. And I feel free when I'm on the bike. I can go to places like this, places I've never been, just to check it out. And it doesn't have to cost that much money. 37 quid on the ferry. Okay, I'm really lucky I can afford that. Lots of people can't. Fact is, you don't have to be a millionaire. So, Mont Saint-Michel to the Normandy beaches. And as you can tell, it's going to be mostly an overnight ride. I'm hoping to get to the D-Day beaches for dawn. There you go. That sunset at Mont Saint-Michel, that's what that is. Isn't that magnificent? And I'm setting off from here for the to ride to the Normandy beaches, the D-Day landing beaches. Look, this video is about freedom. I wanted to make a video about freedom, particularly about the value of freedom, and I figured I couldn't do a video about the value of freedom without at least acknowledging the cost of freedom. So I'm going to Omaha Beach, because just in case there's anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to ride along maybe not all of the D-Day beaches, but most of them. Omaha was the American sector, So I'll say a little thing or two about what happened there. It's a very, very dark night. I've been chugging across rural Normandy for a good few hours now. Oh, hang on. There's a turn coming up. 2 o'clock in the morning now. France is quiet this time of night. I suppose that's to be expected. God, where am I? I'm in a town centre full of roadworks. Hang on. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I've come to the German cemetery. Having to light stuff up with the torch on my phone. Anyway, here's this memorial to the German soldiers, and it points out, well, firstly, there are 21,000 graves there, and secondly, it's a graveyard for soldiers, not all of whom had chosen either the cause or the fight. They too have found rest in our soil of France. Normandy coast, just before dawn. That's looking north up the coast towards Point du Hoc, and Caen is down there. A really long stretch of beach and coast. I think it must be about 50 miles or so, all told. It's June the 6th, 1944, D-Day. It was the biggest invasion in history. So they split the coast into sectors called, what was it, Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno and Sword. First two were American, taken by American forces. Second two were British and the Canadians down the end. Terribly difficult to attack, and was well defended as well, this bit, from what I've read. So this sector round here had the highest casualty rate. I'm just riding along this bike path top of the cliffs. It's quite a good path, actually. They had grappling irons and ladders and stuff to get up there. And there were machine guns at the top. Can't see much of the beach at the moment, can you? I suppose that the tide is up. It was all covered with barbed wire and obstacles and stuff, what have you. Even if you're not into the history of this place, strong recommendation, do a quick search up a photograph that was taken on the morning of D-Day by a bloke called Robert Sargent, spelled S-A-R-G-E-N-T. The photo is called Into the Jaws of Death, and it's taken from one of the landing craft. It's an extraordinary photograph. Absolutely terrifying, and well worth a quick look. Well, maybe while you're listening to this video or something. I can't put it in this video for copyright reasons, but you search it up in another tab and you'll see what I'm on about. Sun's just coming up, isn't it? Would have got lighter earlier than this on D-Day, because it was in June and I'm here in September. It's just after 7:40 here now today, the same time that Robert Sargent took his photograph actually, but it would have been lighter. They started coming ashore, I think it was 6:30, a lot of probably before as well. So peaceful and tranquil. There are loads of enormous and absolutely horrifying numbers associated with D-Day, as you can probably imagine. I wasn't going to go into all of that stuff. You can look it up if you want, but not just D-Day, but the whole invasion of northern France. To give you some headline numbers, I think it was something like more than 200,000 dead, wounded and missing on the Allied side, 300,000 dead, wounded and missing on the Germans, and don't forget the French either. About 12,000 civilians. Amazing sunrise. I hope this video doesn't feel too stuck in the past and history, because that's not what I wanted. I wanted to come here. Oh, I wanted to come here anyway, but not to peer into the past, but as a reminder of what matters for the present, really. There's loads of populist authoritarianism on the rise everywhere these days. I don't like it one bit. And the awful things that happened here, they happened because of populist authoritarianism now, didn't they? Don't think I'll see any more on that point, just leave it at that. Now hang on, no, there's something else I want to say. Because, look, see, the thing is, maybe it's labouring the point too much, but hopefully it's really very, very obvious. I live in London. I ride a bike. I like riding long way. I like riding a long way to interesting places I've never been before. It's fantastic, I love it. I can stick my passport in my saddlebag, jump on a ferry and be here. It doesn't take terribly long, it doesn't cost terribly much. That's freedom. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's worth so much. But it wasn't always that way, right? Behind me, that's a monument to the 1st US Infantry Division, and this is Omaha Beach behind me, 4 miles long. Just walking along the beach now. Enjoying the amazingly beautiful morning. The American Cemetery is up there behind me. There's trees. I said it wasn't going to go into big numbers. Maybe it's enough to say that it covers 172.5 acres. I'm in the British sector now, and all the way along actually they've had these flags out with photos and names of some of the soldiers. I've just found this outdoor display. I'm in the Canadian sector now, and keeping it cycling related. There's a quote here from a Canadian soldier. He says, "We were given an objective 12 kilometers away. For the infantry, 12 kilometers was far, so we decided to use bicycles." And landing craft completely packed full of bikes there. Oh, that's, God blimey. Don't fancy that. You can see, here's another picture, more Canadians going ashore with bicycles. Busy beach day now. Well, time again, ferry time. Just as the sun's come out to warm me up. So that was the ferry from Caen to Portsmouth. It's coming out the ferry terminal now. I think that last bit was motorway actually. So I got off that pretty quick. It was horrible. Anyway, I'm still trying to find my way out of Portsmouth. I had originally intended to go into Caen, into the centre, and have a poke about there, bring you a little bit of that. And the reason I didn't was that I'd snapped my derailleur cable, the one at the back, just as I was on my way to the ferry from Guernsey actually. I always carry a spare, so I stopped at the Guernsey ferry port and got my spare out and a pair of pliers to start fitting the spare. And I snapped my pliers in half, would you believe? Which is absolutely not a testament to my extraordinary strength, but a testament to the extraordinary complete rubbishness of my cheap pliers. So, ridden all this way from Saint Malo, shifting on the front chain rings. But right now I'm full of the joys of having exercised some of these freedoms that we have, and that I think are really brilliant, mostly because I'm nearly home. It's the gates of Hampton Court Palace in the dark, if you can see that. Chelsea Embankment. So that was micro trip to France without an overnight stay, just kipping on the ferry on the way back. Saint Malo, Mont Saint-Michel, Normandy beaches. Look, you know who that is, don't you, in case you missed it. Quite appropriate to get here in. So it's Parliament Square, end of another London Centuries adventure. That was Normandy back to London. I'll just pull in and look at the time. Well, I know what the time is, it's my bedtime because I am knackered. But guys, it's 4:45 in the morning. I'm going to hit the sack. Oh, I was going to do the distances of London Pool. Look, I'll look them up and I'll stick them on the screen over this bit here because I want to go to bed now. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.